Welcome, guys. I want to share with you 5 rules to climb in League of Legends. So my name is World Peace. I'm a Anivia OTP, and I've been playing this game I think since season 2 or season 1. And yeah, I achieved diamond. I think this year or last year I achieved diamond in December or something like that. And you have to know, I started in season 2 with like a normal player. My dominant hand is right hand, and I achieved, I think, platinum 3 or something. And I don't know when I switched, but I switched long time ago, like I think 6 years ago, to my left hand. Yeah, so my left hand is on the mouse and right hand is on the keyboard, just because for creativity reasons. And as you can imagine, my ranking was horrible. I always finished silver, which was nice in a sense. I mean, my left hand, I never used it, and I achieved silver. And now finally, after some time, I achieved here diamond. So with my weaker hand, you could say. And I think this should motivate every player who is stuck somewhere in, I don't know, iron, bronze, gold, etc., to climb in League of Legends. And I have 5 rules. 5 rules, if you apply them, I'm sure you will climb in League of Legends. And you see here very, very smoothly in ranked flag. So in 2023 I was gold, which was a big achievement for me, finally breaking into gold. 2024 as well, and then in 2025 I really skyrocketed to emerald, and then I think this year, I guess, I achieved diamond with Anivia OTP. Have a quite good win rate, ranked flex. So, okay, 52%, still good. And I want to share with you the 5 rules. And guys, it's just 5 rules, but I really want to spend here some time on every rule, because I think it's important, okay? And this was the intro. I will right away jump now into the first rule that you need to or should apply. So the first rule is here: pick the same champion over and over again. Okay, so you see me here. I think this is a very good showcase. 200 games, 221 games on Anivia this season, and then barely any other games on other champion. And this is only if Anivia is banned or picked already, then I play on other champions. And this rule is so important, right? You don't want to pick always different champions, okay? This is a big mistake that many players are doing. And even if you have 10 champions in your champion pool, it's too much, okay? Most of the players, I think 99% of the players listening to me right now, they will never be a pro player, okay? This is the hard truth. So that means you don't have to play 10 champions, okay? You really should break it down to 1 champion only, maximum 2 champions, right? 2 champions is the limit. If you have 3 champions, I think it's already too much. And you see, with Anivia, right, I'm not really forced to play different champions. It's a champion that is not really banned or picked quite often, which is very good for me. And if you just apply this rule, the first rule, guys, you will climb, okay? You just need to get good on your champion. It is that simple. You need to pick the same champion over and over again. If I can start over, I will probably pick Anivia again, but if I cannot pick Anivia, then maybe a Riven, right? With Riven, if I have 200 games on a Riven, I'm sure I will hit at least Emerald with Riven. Because you just get good with your champion. Because you just understand certain matchups. For example, if I play against Naafiri and I'm Anivia. Naafiri is a natural counter to Anivia. But at the current moment, I'm still fine playing into that matchup. Even though it sucks a lot, okay? Every Anivia player knows Naafiri is just hell, okay? But I know my strengths and the weaknesses of this matchup. And I know how to play that matchup because I've already faced it more than once. I've faced it at least 3, 4, 5 times already. So I know how I should behave in this matchup and I know how I can punish this matchup. But if I play 10 different champions, then I don't know the matchups, okay? I don't have any experience in those matchups. So it is so important that you play the same champion over and over and over and over again. Let me give you another example. If you're going running, if you're doing sport, okay? The first time you're going running, you barely can make 3 kilometers. The second time you're going running, it's still hard. The third time, it's like, okay, 3 kilometers, I know already. The fourth time you're going, it's like, okay, I'm getting used to that. The 10th time you're going 3 kilometers running, you're like, okay, it's a bit too easy now. Let's maybe go for 4 kilometers. The 50th time you go for running, you're already at 5 kilometers. And you think already, okay, that's quite easy. My heart rate is also quite good. Okay, let's increase. And so on and so on. You're just getting better if you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. And the same rule applies for picking the same champion over and over again. And there is a mini rule to that pick the same champion over and over again, which is you should try to aim for a champion which you like and which you think is broken. Okay? I really like Anivia. I never noticed, but like 1 year ago I was like really trying to find a main for myself, and then I was thinking, okay, I like mages, I like mid lane, I like the color blue, I like when I play World of Warcraft, I like frost mage as well, and Anivia is a frost mage. Then somehow this champion is very broken because you have this wall ability, you have a stun ability, you have a wonderful zoning ability. This champion rewards you if you are getting better. You have an egg ability which prevents you from dying. So for me this was the perfect broken champion, and I found also a very good strategy for me, which is Hextech Rocket Belt. You're doing basically Rocket Belt into wall into Q stun, so you found also a broken mechanic in the game. So for me this was really the champion that has everything. But there are also very different champions. For example, Riven is still broken. Yeah? If you have 200 games on Riven, you should be at least climbing in divisions. For me, Cillian, very broken champion still in the game. Yeah, Cillian. Veigar is a very good, solid pick. Yeah? So there are many champions still out there. If you main them and if you pick them over and over again, and if you like the champion, if it fits your identity, then you will just climb. Yeah? And I don't know, if you're still watching till here, it's fine if you turn off now. I have 4 more rules prepared for you, but this is the most important one. And if you're just doing that, you will climb tough. And now we get to the second rule, which harmonizes very well with the first rule, is consistency. Okay, so let me highlight this consistency. Okay, so 2 years ago I was identifying, okay, I achieved gold, but I want more than that, okay? And I know I can reach more than that. And I applied consistency. And the rule was I play 1 game per day, okay? 1 game per day, no matter what. I will play the champion, and I will queue up, and I will see how far it gets me. And this rule just got me into Emerald, okay? This rule alone, 1 game per day, consistently got me into Emerald. The only days where I skipped was when I had when I was sick, so I was taking some medication, or when I was partying on the day before and there was too much alcohol involved. Then I also skipped the games. Sometimes even I didn't skip it, yeah, and I had a drunken game. Actually, most of them I won, but it's really not recommended. The most important thing is that you just get back into the game on the next day. Yeah? So 1 game per day, look at it that way. You're investing every day just 30 to 40 minutes per day into 1 game for League of Legends in ranked to climb, and you will see you will climb. Yeah? These are the 2 rules which are most important. If I can start all over again, I would probably make it a best of 3. Yeah, I don't have so much time, so sometimes I cannot afford it. But the best of 3 is like amazing, right? Then sometimes you lose the first game, but you have that winning mindset of okay, it's 2 more games, I can come back, etc. But I think if you want to start easily into climbing, then 1 game per day is so important, okay? And with those 2 rules, I'm sure already that you will climb. Pick the same champion over and over again, and do it on a consistent basis. And you can adapt this rule, right? You can say, okay, during the week I will do 1 game per day, and on the weekend, on Saturday I have a best of 3, and on Sunday I have a best of 5. Okay, so you can really play with this rule, adapt it to your style, but those 2 rules are super important. Let's look here to the next rule. Fix outside life, which shouldn't be underestimated. I don't know where the 3 is. I don't know. Okay, here it is. Fix outside life, okay? If you want to climb in League of Legends, I think it is super important that your outside life is amazing, okay? You can still, I mean, if you're a Chinese, Korean guy and you're basically sitting 8 hours in the internet cafe, they will of course climb as well. Okay, but for us Europeans, and I don't want to make any difference at all. I don't know the Koreans, so maybe it's completely different there as well. I can just speak for Europe people. We have normally school, we have work, we have friends, we want to go out, etc. What is very important is that, okay, before I go into the league game, I will do my homework, for example. Yeah? Or for me, it was always, or it is still, I perform very well at work. Okay, I'm doing a great job at work. Before I go into the game, I want to do a 3-kilometer run, 5-kilometer run, 10-kilometer run. So my sport, I'm feeling better. My hormones are increased after doing sports, and I want to have social communication. I have, for example, a girlfriend. I'm meeting with my family on a consistent basis. It's very good for my healthy mental state. And if those things are in order, right? If those things are working out, I can promise you it will help you in the game as well. Because if you have, I don't know, depression or whatever, and then you're logging into League of Legends, it will affect your game, right? Because then if, for example, the jungler ganks you and ganks you again, you will be in a very bad mental state. And here it really is important to have resilience, right? And resilience you have not only by playing the game and by experiencing many of those situations already in the past, but also by having a good life, okay? Having a good life will say, okay, I just died 3 times, the jungler is obviously ganking my lane, he's focusing on me, okay, let's try to avoid dying even more, and let's get back into the game, okay? So you shouldn't underestimate this rule. For me, this was also a game changer. I always try to identify, okay, is my outside life good? If it's good, then amazing. If it's not so good, okay, let's try to work on my outside life. And if I'm working on my outside life, it will also improve my League of Legends climb. Let's move here to the next rule, which is communication. Communication, so important in ranked, okay? It is crazy, yeah? The player base, I don't know, the player base is crazy in League of Legends. After 1 kill, already spam pinging, toxicity, etc. What has worked out for me the best is when I join into the champion selecting phase, I always write hi sis and bras. That's all what I write, okay? I'm not writing how are you, blah blah blah. No, I'm just greeting, okay? No one wants someone who is over communicative and whatever. What I'm doing is just I'm greeting. Yeah, and then most of the people actually write back, hey, what's up? Yeah. If someone engages more into that, with this phrase, I don't know, it triggers sometimes people into very weird communication. If it's fun, I interact with it. If it's not fun, I mostly write a smiley or I'm not even engaging into it. What my duty is just to greet and say, hey, I'm ready to communicate, I'm ready, and it's just polite. It's just polite. In the game, this is mostly what I write. Okay, after someone does a good play, I write good job or the plus sign. This is all what I write. Because the plus sign, imagine, I told you before, my left hand is on the mouse and my right hand is on the keyboard and my little finger is on the plus sign. Yeah, so this is a bit of a weird keyboard setup. So it's very easy for me to write plus. Yeah, so I enter, my little finger is on the enter, then I write, click on the plus sign and then enter back again. So I can write it very quickly. And this is mostly my communication. If there is a bad play, if they're flaming each other, I tend to write nothing. Yeah, sometimes it's really not helping. Sometimes, very rarely, I engage in saying, okay, let's refocus. Let's refocus on the game. Normally, those kind of games, there is not much you can do. Sometimes those people are just over the moon. And you cannot bring them back. And anyway, I'm still, if they're doing a good play, I still write a good job. Yeah? I still write the plus sign. If someone is writing, stop this good communication, blah, 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 I lower it down a bit, okay? So I respect it. Yeah? It's too much for some people. I lower it down, but still after we got Baron, I still write the plus sign, no matter what. They can flame me for that, but if we get Baron, plus sign, that's normally also the flaming people accept that, right? Because Baron is just a wonderful play. And don't underestimate the communication rule. Yeah? This will help you in a lot of games if people have someone friendly and not over friendly, not over, I don't know, not being too much, just someone who says hello, good job, plus sign. That's it. Yeah. And I'm also tend to be a very leader focused type of player in the mid-late game. In the early game, I'm not, I need to concentrate myself, but in the mid-late game, I'm really waking up and I'm pinging Baron, I'm pinging Dragon, I'm pinging, okay, let's push this lane. But I'm just pinging normally, okay? And that's it. Yeah. This is just me being the type of player in the late game because I really want to win. You don't have to adapt it, but what I really want for you to adapt is just greet people and just write good job. Yeah? And don't flame. I never flame. Yeah? Flaming is just doesn't bring you anything. Okay? Don't flame. Someone is having a bad day. Okay, just accept it. How you can come back into the game. Yeah? Instead of flaming them, help them to get back into the game. It's obvious they just got outplayed. They, for example, have on the enemy lane the master player. Yeah? In flex queue, it's really weird that on the top lane you're playing against the master player, and then in the mid lane there's just an emerald player. So it's a weird setup. So help them. Yeah? Instead of flaming them, help them. And there was something else I wanted to mention you here on the communication part, but I lost the thought. It was actually so important. Heises and brass, good job, plus sign. Yeah, I don't remember. Sorry, guys. This little secret will apparently not be revealed because I forgot the thought. It was so important. I wanted to share it with you guys. Whatever. Okay, guys. Communication, super important point. Try to implement it into your game. And the last point is review. Review is so important, okay? And review doesn't need to be, I watch the whole game again and I watch every mistake and blah, 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 okay? Review can be done mentally. And you do it after the game. You do it after the game and you do it maybe 2 minutes long. Yeah. Sometimes you will even see you will think longer than this, and sometimes the 2 minutes is just enough. I'm always asking myself 2 questions: what did I do good in the game, and what I could have improved in the game. And normally, if I answer those questions, it's already done deal for me. Okay, I can accept whatever outcome was done. And yeah, you shouldn't underestimate that rule. I learned so much by reviewing just mentally. Yeah, right? Just mentally, okay, maybe I shouldn't have engaged in this 5 versus 1 situation. Okay. But for me, it really helped. For example, I learned roaming. Yeah, roaming is something I was never doing on anivia. And especially in Diamond Elo, I really looked now for improving on the roaming. Okay, so this I just learned by reviewing, yeah, because I had some terrible losses and I didn't understand, why I couldn't carry those games, and I reviewed some games from a challenger anivia player, and then I checked, okay, this guy is just roaming with having 10% mana, and I'm not even roaming, right? So I implemented that into the game. So yeah, guys, I think this video is already long enough. These are the 5 rules to climb. I'm sure if you adapt those rules, you will climb a division. Of course, if you're a challenger player, if you're a master player or whatever, probably won't help so much for you, but especially my target audience is here more for iron, bronze, silver, gold, even platinum type of players. Look at this rule, look what you can implement into your game, and I'm sure if you adapt this rule, you will climb. Remember, guys, I switched from my dominant hand to my weaker hand, and I still made it possible to climb here with anivia. So it is possible for everyone. It always depends where you're starting, okay? If you never played Leech of Legends, then probably you will need much more time, yeah? But you should never be discouraged, as I said with the running example. If you run over and over and over again, you will climb eventually. For some players who are already, I don't know, coming from Counter-Strike, from Dota or whatever, they will climb faster than you. If you're playing for the first time, try to adapt to this rule in your game, and you will climb here very, very easily. What still annoys me that I forgot the communication thing, what I wanted to tell you guys. I still try to remember it, but I really lost the thought on that one. Whatever, guys. Okay, I think you got enough tips and tricks. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know your tips and tricks for climbing. There are many more rules that should be implemented in your climb, but having those as your main rules will allow you to climb for sure. And it's World Peace Anivia approved here by me. You can see that here wonderfully. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.